Hey, yo, this your boy Mind Control. Come back with another video, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I tried numerous times to play the Rescue Ace deck. It is not hitting, bro. When you get the master rank, it's not a very good deck, especially playing into a full board. If you don't go first, you're pretty much cooked. And I've been losing the coin toss a lot. Matter of fact, let me show you. So I've been playing this fairy tale deck and I'm having so much fun with it. I'm on a 5-game winning streak on it with it now, and then I got another 4, and these like coin toss me losing. And sometimes, you know, the board I don't have hand traps and they go full combo, so there's no reason to stay there. So sometimes I quit first time on a coin toss or whatever, and sometimes they quit. But yeah, I'm having a lot of success with this deck, having a lot of fun with it too. Shout out to whoever mentioned it. Yeah, and this is a deck which I came up with. I did watch a couple of videos where I think a dude called Panda Cat. He's like a VTuber, very good with the deck. So I watched a lot of his videos and got some ideas on how to play the deck. And this is why I came up with it. I had numerous different deck lists. I almost gave up playing this deck too, but because I couldn't see the lines. But now I'm like seeing the lines, and it's a lot of fun, especially if I don't even have hand traps and I go second still. I still feel like I can win most of those battles. So this is a deck list. We'll go card by card at the end of the video, and I have a lot of gameplays to go over. A lot of them are one turn gameplays, because a lot of it is another reason why it's hard to figure out how to play this deck. Is once I go with regulars or something like that, they usually quit. So I played probably like 10 to 15 games, probably like 8 of them I didn't really get to like do the combos because they either quit or they just like rage quit in the middle of my combos, or I wasn't able to play through their shit. So it took me a while to like actually have some back and forth gameplay, which is pretty aggravating, but it is what it is. So yeah, I learned how to play the deck, and I learned how to, you know, use my interruptions, and also which card I want to save for last. So it's going to be a pretty long replay because I have pretty much all master rank. I've been playing this deck, so, and I figured it out at the highest level, and I'm almost to master 1. So get you something to drink, get you something to eat, relax, and with that being said, cue the intro. And we're back, and we're going second. And as you can see, this is one of them gameplays where I don't have any hand traps. So yeah, I'm pretty much watching kewltunes, you know, play with themselves, pause. And they pretty much have all the cards. They can look at the top of my deck and they can look inside my hand. And I still was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can really break this board with them having everything they can possibly have. Like, they have 2 kewltune synchrons, they have the fill spell, they have a Veiler in their hand multiple times, I believe. Like, so they had all this, and I was still able to play through their deck. And yeah, it's just a testament to how well this deck is, that you can really bait out everything and get to the point where it's like you pretty much play through 8 interruptions and still be able to like do what you need to do. So yeah, they looked at my top of my deck, they shuffled it, and I thought the Gina would be able to activate, but it's only activate off a special summon monster, no, a spellcaster. And since he just milled it off of just milling it, then yeah. So I started with Regulus, and then he Veiler that. So I'm like, okay, well, kind of figure that. Just want to see like what was in the back row, because I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't realize he had 2 kewltune synchrons. So I'm trying to figure out the perfect time to activate my Forbidden Droplet, because that was off the top of the deck, which helped out a lot. And I ended up using it like for nothing. So he has 2 Veilers, which is kind of like, alright, bro, like did not expect that at all. So that's 2 Veilers, and then he recycled this shit. So he used the Veiler 3 times in one turn. So yeah, he negate the Match Guru, which pretty much allows us to get the ball, but we already have it in hand. And then the Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which you already have in hand. And then I use Luna to shuffle back the RS, and I fucking use Forbidden Droplet for no reason at all. I don't know why I use Forbidden Droplet at all. I don't know why, but used it early, but he didn't really punish me for it, because he should have just either shuffled back the RS and then resummoned it or something. But he opted to go for Loudness Roar, and I'm like, okay, well, this is very easily like I'm happy you did this, because you're pretty much helping me out, and then you're using all your interruptions at once. So he could have saved that kewltune synchron for later, but then he goes into this, and I'm like, bro, like, what do you got going on? And at this point I'm like, all right, well, I'm good now, because all I had to do was worry about like getting some kill damage, like, and I forgot that was negated. But then I remember, okay, he still has the effect Veller in hand, so I got to bait this out. So I used Endymion, the Link 2 one, the Crescent, right? And I'm like, okay, well, this is going to, he's definitely got to use it, because if not, I would have an Omni negate. So he used his last, well, not last, but the effect Veller for the third fucking time. And I'm like, yeah, cool, now we good. So then I go for Once Upon a Time, and this allows me to add summon one from from hand, graveyard, and banishment. So I did that, got Woodcat, which allows us to pitch 2, got the fusion card, and he quits. After all of those recycles, and you seen my hand in the top of my deck, and you still lost. Let's go to another play. And we're back. And yeah, we're going first, and I forget about this replay. So I start for Luna because pretty much I don't have too many plays, and I might as well just go ahead and get the fusion card. So at this point I go for my Magistus plays to see if I can get me an Omni negate with Crawley. So go there for Spenta, get Crawley, and this allows us to get some installation, right? Just in case they have like a Vet Veller or something like that, which they don't, because they already use it. So yeah, and then we attach 2, then we add 1 more, then we go for this, the Riley, I meant the Rillion, or what the fuck that shit called. Get the tails of the fairy tales, so we confuse, and this allows us to put that in grave so we can attach another card. So I go ahead for Weaver, which is a very good card. Also, if you can turbo both of those out, then you're like golden. So then I get Fairy Tale Snow to get that engrave, and at this point I'm like, ah, damn, I didn't get Once Upon a Time in graveyard, but it's all good. So I end up getting Calamity, and I'm an idiot because I realize I can grab one from graveyard with this card, the Vera, but it's only in graveyard, so I should have added a fusion to it, but I didn't. And it still worked out because we end up getting all 3 fusions on board with Link Summon Lock with a Forbidden Droplet face down. So he go for Noble, and I'm like, okay, well, there's only one thing he could possibly have is goddamn Radiant Typhoon. So he ended up going for the Destroying the Zoro, and I'm like, okay, well, we can't let that happen. And we also we don't need Match Guru in the management, because we don't have Once Upon a Fairy Tale, so it kind of sucks. So he ended up going for a normal summon, and since we have so many spell cards that's on the field, he kind of like have to normal summon, and then he fucking shin us, and then shuffle everything back into the deck or the hand, and that ends his turn. And it feels really, really bad because I overextended. I should have just let him use that and save the fucking, what's it called, the Forbidden Droplet, but then I was just overzealous, and it ended up like biting me, kicking me in the ass. But it is what it is. So I get the Jaina back by banishing it, and it adds to hand. So that's what the Match Guru should have stayed in fucking the graveyard, and I've been good to go. So he go ahead and use FMV, but he don't realize Jaina allows us to have destruction protection, and this is when he quits, because at that point he feel like he just made the cardinal mistake. Yeah. So, because he doesn't read. Have you read any of my cards? Probably didn't. And we're back, and we're going first. So, one thing I love about this deck is similar to the Magnet Warriors. It has so much gas and so many starters that you can pretty much play through a lot of interruptions. So yeah, we're setting up a board now, and we get the Vera Magic. Go ahead and go into our link 1, Artemis, and then we go into Endymion, the Crescent, and this allows us to add the Artemis to the back row, and he go ahead and go for Spiral. And I kind of knew he had something because he was like blinking red the whole time, so I'm like, okay, well, cool. Let's not go into our full plays because I had a sense that he may have some bullshit going on. So then he used that, and then he go for Spark. So I'm like, alright, well, this motherfucker, he has to be playing one type of deck, because there's no way you got all these negating hand traps in your hand and you're still able to like play the game. So then I guess he realized that I still had more plays and he had no more hand traps, so he just got out of there. And this is how some of the games go. They quit after they hand traps don't resolve. And we're back, and we're going second. So we have a full loss and we have an Ash. And you hate to see the goddamn chant at the beginning, right? And when you see Radiant Typhoon, you just know that if you do use full loss, you're not going to get that many draws. So I'm thinking like, okay, cool. He got 2 cards on board, so he can go into the link. So I might as well just use it now, just so I can ensure that I can at least get 1 card. And he get the Christian. So I'm like, okay, well, he tribute some of that. I'm gonna Ash that because I prefer him not to get 2 card advantage. This is like probably one of the best cards in the deck for as far as like summoning, not summoning, but adding to hand. And yeah, so we have Luna with Ball and Vera. So he used V&D, and then I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna use Vera just to see if he have like a fucking, what's it called, a Ash in hand. And he didn't. So he ended up imperming our Luna to keep it on board just so he can destroy it. But that doesn't end our turn, because now we have Zora on board, and that's the real card you should have goddamn impermed. But then he did have the goddamn Phonics, which kind of feels bad because he was able to shuffle it, but then you don't know that we had another Vera in hand, so we still got the same card out. So you didn't really stop anything, and then we got Luna back out too, so it's almost like you didn't do anything at all. Like, yeah. And it felt real good to do that, because like, damn, that will crumble a lot of decks, and you really didn't do anything. Like, I got to the same play with little to no resistance. So then, yeah, we go for Zora. So we gotta have a monster negate, and now we have the Ball. And yeah, we're cooking with hot grease now. So then we use the Teller to go ahead and go for Cho, just so we can get the Wit Cat. And now we're sealed. We're safe. So he can't negate this with an Ash or Imperm or Velar, because I have the Zora on board. So then now we're using the Magic Guru to get another Ball, and then we have the Fairy Tail, which I should have just used the Magic Guru and fucking grabbed the tails and fuse summon twice. But you know, I don't be really paying attention. And this is back when I didn't know how the fucking the Teller shit, the board wipe works. You need to be a spellcaster and a prince, and I just made him a fucking spellcaster. Well, I just made him a prince, but it is what it is. He's still quick. And we're back, and we're going second again. And the Radiant Typhoon duel was so good, we might as well do it twice, right? So then he go ahead and use his Ascendance to summon out the curse from graveyard. So we just gonna like maximize our draws. I don't think he gave me too many draws with this maxi. Yeah, he get the MST, and I think he normal summon this out, yeah, just so he don't give us another draw. And back on. Yeah, summon that out, and I full lost for no reason at all. I should have just held it for my turn because I know he's gonna use that on my turn, but it is what it is. So I use Regulus to show the Genas just so I can kind of like keep Luna as a secret, just so he don't know how to play around it. So he used Crown on our Regulus, which, I mean, it's okay. And he doesn't know that I have Forbidden Droplet, and you can use Forbidden Droplet on cards like that's Crown, because it's not use them as a fusion summon or nothing like that. You're pretty much just pitching it. So he doesn't know that at all. So I'm saving that just for the last minute, and he FND the fucking Luna, and I'm waiting for him to use his MST so I can negate the card so he don't draw into a what's it called? Draw into a monster negate, because he won't be able to use Flux because he don't have an MST to activate it again. So yep, we're using Endymion to see about getting some installation. So that he used MST, and I should have used the fucking Forbidden Droplet to do that, but I ended up using Call by the Grave and just pitching the Call by the Grave. And I think I lowered both of them so I can attack over the other one, because it's 2200 and I didn't want to have to worry about like getting another monster just attack over it. So I just got rid of both of them. And also, since the Regulus was on board doing nothing at all, there's no reason for me to keep it on board. So I use this card since it's Spellcaster to fuse off, and then we get the Weaver, then got a Luna. And since Luna is special summon, not normal summon, you can't really do anything with the Luna as far as like adding cards to hand. You only could do that off a normal summon, and then it's what it is. But we're not too pressed about it. And then we go ahead and go for Teller so we can have our army negate, and also on board negate it once we summon out a Fairy Tail monster with the Weaver. And yeah, he has one card, and whatever the card was, I was going to negate anyways, so too easy. And we're back, and we're going first. So he used a Borrelia, and I used a full loss to see if he have a full loss too. And I call it grade the Borrelia, just so he don't get too many monsters. Cause I think I normal summoned out this deck a few times. Yeah, I think I do. So we just want to make sure that we're safe. But the full loss ain't really gonna do nothing. So we go ahead for instant fusion for the Weaver, and Weaver allows us to special summon Fairy Tail monster from the deck. His punk ass happened to have the Ash, so yeah, it kind of felt bad, but it is what it is. We still have Spinner on board, so we end up normal summoning that out to go into Witcat, and we're like praying that he doesn't have a fucking imperm or something, and he doesn't. So he end up using his Vistio to try to banish out the Max Guru, and we use Once Upon a Fairy Tail to like dodge it, because we really need this to resolve, because if not, then we won't have anything. So we go ahead and get Ball, use Ball to grab a Luna, use the Tails to normal summon Luna, add another one, get the Fairy Tail Snow, use Tails to fuse Luna and the Witcat to go into Teller. So now we know that he has a Bistio in graveyard. So that's one thing we have to not really worry about, but be cautious of. Yeah, so we go into Artemis, and then I forget why I did this. Oh, so I can add Crowley. Yep. Since we had the Spinner in graveyard, we have pretty much a free Omni negate. So yep, get Zora and attach Artemis, and then use Snow to banish out the Once Upon a Fairy Tail, just so we can reset it. And then I use Cho to get rid of both, and then get in the graveyard. So we can use Cho to activate the Zora, and I use my Omni negate to not do Heavy Storm, and he ends up like Forbidden Drop on us, but it is what it is. And I yeah, I decided to Fairy Tail Snow the whole thing, and he fucked around and tried to bestial us, and I used Azura to negate that and then destroy the Forbidden Droplet. Now he only have one monster on board to negate, and he can't negate nothing because he pitched 2. So yeah, we end up resolving that, and since we have Once Upon a Fairy Tale on board, we are able to like pretty much recycle everything that we need. We use that Magical Guru to get Ball, and then Ball is on board. So now we have pretty much good to go, in my opinion. So we get Ball, add another Magical Guru, get Guru, and then get Gina. And I think we summon out that, and then summon out Gina, and we attack through and through. And I don't have any dark monsters in grave, just Azura. So he was now able to bring out goddamn the Bistio. So yeah, and that made it GG's, and this was against Tenpai, by the way. And we're back, and we're going second, and the sleeves are not deceiving. I think we're playing against Labyrinth. I ain't see this deck in so damn long. So he get Punishment, and he get Chandelier with the big welcome, and yeah, set 4 and pass. Scary ass fucking sight with the F and V in the middle. So I'm like, man, this kind of ass. Oh, this kind of sucks. So I end up going for Luna first. You get the Magic Guru, and I'm like, okay, well, there's not too much I can do with this. So yeah, and he ended up activating something, and I fucked around and just decided to pitch back the fucking his Automatica, and he imperms me because I didn't want to have to worry about just like beating over that with monsters from the extra deck. But it is what it is. So he ended up pitching Intis, and it's kind of like dumb because I already have this on board. So I should have just waited. But it is what it is. I should have just pitched it to the graveyard. No, I actually had to do that. And Jenny is in my hand, so I couldn't really do anything about that. And I end up, I had to call with the grave, so I got rid of Intis. So that actually was good. Never mind. As you were. So we get Zora, and then he used the FMV. So it wasn't too much of a aversion. So it still got destroyed, but we still have enough cards to make it do what it do. So we end up getting Crowley to hand because I didn't want to fuck with my normal. I already did my normal summon, and he ended up dimension burying us. So he just have the whole shebang for the most part. So yeah, we get the Crowley, we end up adding another Spencer, and yeah, we just attack over that, and we didn't want to attack over the other one because we just killed ourselves. So we hold the Ash for the big welcome, and now he's out of place. I forgot what he added to hand. Oh, he got the Chandelier. He added that to hand, but we're not too afraid of it. And he used his card to pitch that back to hand, but we're okay with that too. And he sets another big welcome, but then I feel like whatever he summons out, it's not going to be enough. So yeah. So it's our turn. We got the Luna, and yeah, he quits. I think he understands that whatever he has is not going to be enough, and I have like a whole handful of plays. And we're back, and we're going second again. And I'm at to show the rank for this because motherfuckers may not think I'm like being honest. This is a Masters, and we're playing against Goatee, which I have the deck. The deck's nice. So yeah, he used Lifeless with Fish. He goes into Apple, right? Yeah. And then that pitches the Pisces. The Pisces vanish. I forget the name of the cards. The Pisces. And then he adds, goddamn, your shift. And then he used Esophagus to go ahead for the Keith. And yeah. So you have this really intimidating board. Like, it's not super intimidating, but it is kind of intimidating. So I did something stupid. I should have waited because he still had the Pisces in banish. And if I would have waited till the main phase, he wouldn't be able to summon out the Pisces. So I kind of like fucked up. And then he messed around and had the Ash for the Vera. So I'm not like doing very well. I'm not doing terrible, but I'm not doing very well. So yeah, now he got the bases on board. So I kind of like messed up by going too fast. I should have waited because his board was locked up by having too many cards. So I used ball to grab the Luna, use the Regulus, and this is the first time in this video that the Endymion, the Empire Endymion, was actually like resolved. And this is how it goes. Once it resolves, motherfuckers decide to connection fail. And we're back, and we're gonna do like a little change of pace. So we're gonna do some going first gameplay, right? So I got the Mocharm. I'm at the full loss. Activate that to see if I can sense the Ash. There was no Ash, but there was a draw. Draw. So I end up impermanent. Call by the Grave and that because I really cannot let that resolve. I'd rather let goddamn full loss resolve before I let draw resolve. Deck dies to draw, like very bad. So I end up getting Empire, grab that, get the Vera, the Maid, and then yes, it's the first time that we actually see this portion of the combo. So with this portion of the combo, with the Vera, you can pitch the Jenny, and this allows us to get Zoro, so we can get a tuner on board, and the tuner allows us to go to Borgo before we get Spellcaster Lock, which is very good because yeah. And then also that's another thing, the Zoro, once you attach a card, you can special summon a Spellcaster at level 4 lower from the graveyard or hand, I think. So yeah, that allows us to get more material, so we can not just use everything on board, right? So we get the Splinter already in the hand to go for the Crowley. Crowley summons out, fuse with the Artemis that's in the extra monster zone, and yeah, go for Zoro. And we still haven't normal summoned, so we use both of those to pitch the Chose to go for the Witcat. So at that point, we're still not special Spellcaster Lock. So I pitched the Once Upon a Time and also the Tales of Fairy Tales because I already have the Luna in hand and the ball on field. So I don't need to grab. I don't need the magical rule. I didn't even grab it at all, did I? So no, I used Vera to summon it to Teir, and this is where I should have got rid of the Weevil, but I'm an idiot. This is new gameplay because I could have just went for a Weevil or anything else, but I ended up opting to go for the Endymion, which is like, yeah, it wasn't very smart. And I got the Fairy Tale Snow on board. Why the fuck did I do that? So yeah, he super polys the board, and you see the purification, and he got rid of 2 of my Omni Negates. Not Omni Negates, Omni Negates. One of them is an Omni Negate, and the other one is a Monster Negate. So he got Skyscraper. I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck are you playing? So he used the Engage, and I'm like, very weird, like, what the fuck? And then I was going to lock his zone, but he ends up using the linkage. So I'm like, okay, you're fucking lucky, because I'm pretty sure he don't have too many cards that he can go into. So he end up seeing the play before I do it, negated the Engage. He got the Zero. I think the Zero adds back Engage so he can use it again. So I guess it's more of a ploy to summon cards out. I mean, add cards to hand so he can go into his fucking Mitsurugi plays. So I use the Oswa, and he grabs another Engage. I think he goes for, yep, Widow Anchor, and it's starting to feel bad. So he goes for the Borgwold, goddamn, and now he got the Habakiri. All roads lead to Habakiri, and he used our monster to tribute off to satisfy the what I should have done was I should have fucking took one of the cards, but I was thinking like, damn, if I do, then yeah, it's not gonna work for me. So at this point, I'm like, all right, well, how do I stop this? And flipping cards face down, cause I played Mitsurugi before. Flipping cards face down doesn't stop it, right? So he adds the purification back in hand, and I'm like, okay, well, now he's a fucking idiot. So I flipped that face down, and yeah, it's GG's. I think he was gonna go into the imp. Oh, I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was doing, to be honest. And we're back, and we're going first. And this is the one we use Metamorphosis. And this hand is fucking ass. I think this is when I was about to quit the game, quit the deck, and then I end up that's when I seen the YouTube Panda Cat. And I'm like, okay, well, let me watch this dude because he's in Master Rank, and how does he like maneuver through some of these plays? And I gained some confidence, and I'm like, all right, cool. Let me play it again. But this is one of the replays of me almost giving up the deck, and I still didn't know what I was doing, because right now is like there's no link to fucking attach to, or I can grab it from the deck. Yeah, I can't grab any cards from the extra deck. It was one of them things where I was just going to attach a random card, and yeah, it was not going to really do anything. So we end up seeing the Thirsting Tree, and we're like, yeah, well, fuck. We know exactly what this is, right? We already made the Masters with this deck, and I think we cheated a little bit because we did have maxing. So all of this was not like organic for us. It was more like, yeah, we got the help. So we ashed the Billis, and I guess that was the one thing that he didn't want to see happen. So he ended up sparking the Luna again. And I'm like, well, I guess. So we still got Woodcat on board, and yeah, he was just doing shit at this point. So Magical Guru, and now we're Spellcaster Lock because her and Gina, you can't special summon anything besides spellcasters after you summon them out, so they have a special summon effect. He used Super Poly, very good Super Poly. I think he Super Poly'd the whole board. No, he Super Poly'd his and mine. Oh yeah, because they're dark monsters. And I believe when he was doing that, I was understanding that, yeah, I was understanding that he was blinking, and I had a feeling he had Super Poly like lay down, so I was like being real cautious. So he ended up doing that, but we used the field spell to negate, and we used Cho to some fusing out, which it worked in our favor a little bit, I guess. Use Vera, and yeah, he understood the game was over. I don't know what he had face down, but it wasn't enough. And we're back, and I don't care who you are, this not a run if you don't have it's not a run if you don't have a branded gameplay. It's not real at that point. So this is against branded. I'm a knock down the fourth wall. I'm not a bot. I guess I'm not a bot, but it is what it is. So he ashed the ball, and I'm like, fuck. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So we have potentially 3 negates. So we have the ball that would negate a special summon monster, Ash, and the fallen forbidden droplet. So we end up ashing the equation because we don't want him to like get super duper advantage, and we'll be more okay with him special summoning the monster out. And that's what he do. He get the fallen Arbas, and I'm like, okay, well, cool. If he pitched this, then we're in good spaces. So he end up pitching that, and we use the fallen forbidden droplet. So now we like, okay, he can't even he won't even be able to attack over us anyways. But yeah, we survive another turn. He have 1 card in hand, and yeah, this is not looking good because we draw into a fucking draw, and draw does nothing to Brandon. I don't know where he draw into. Yeah, he draw into the damn card. So he ended up getting his fallen, but the ball is also preventing him to do anything. But he also was able to pitch a Devour, and he used grab V and D, F and D, F and V, and this is where, you know, Brandon can pretty much steamroll, right? So he go for Fallen Aldaz, and he added that back to hand perfectly. Perfect plays, right? So he ended up adding that, pitched that, and then now he's able to fuse with our board. And he goes in for the Sanctifier. And I'm like, I guess. And I don't know how I end up working this out, but yeah. 7 that out, and then he Sanctifier to, I think, grab an Ash and Splendor. I guess he don't want us to be able to do those, but he could have did anything else. Well, he don't have any cards in hand, so he couldn't go in for Fallen again. So I guess he just wanted to like limit the plays that we could have done, but all in all, he don't know how the deck works, so it didn't work out for his favor. Now I kind of figured that he had some interruptions, but I didn't know, so I didn't go for Zoro initially, and now I'm happy I didn't because he shotgunned his interruptions. So we end up getting Crowley to fuse summon, and now we're in good standings. And also the Sanctifier still can't be targeted, so we're gonna have a hard time trying to get rid of this, but it's not gonna be super duper hard. So we end up pitching the Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Grab that, and I'm an idiot because now I'm looking like I should have grabbed the Splinter so I can go into Cho, but it is what it is. You live and you learn, right? So I get the Luna. Luna allows us to turn that into a spellcaster, which is already a spellcaster, but then we fuse both of those away, and I should have just waited and put something in the extra deck zone and then use Gina. Oh, never mind. Since it was a Prince already, I already had like a spellcaster on my side of the board, so it still worked. So yeah, we end up attacking the game, and the Ash attack was BM, but it's because he gave me this shit. So yeah, we end up winning that game. And we're back, and we're going first with an Ash in hand, and that always feels good. So we get the Regulus, and we also have Luna, so we definitely feel good just in case Regulus does get negated. We still have more plays afterwards. With Ball in hand, oh, this hand kind of crack, I ain't gonna lie. So we're gonna be able to put a lot of negates on board. Go for that, and then get Vera, pitch the Genie. Get the Zora. Zora allows us to also get another body on field. Get Artemis to get Splinter, then go into the Bro World with the Link Artemis that went to graveyard, so it feels good. So now we have protection for Witcat. Use Splinter to pitch yourself to grab the Crowley. Crowley summon himself out to fuse with the Artemis. And then now we're able to use our materials in graveyard to go into a Cho. But since we already have the ball, we just activate that early. And I guess we don't even need it. So yeah, get the goddamn Match Guru, grab the Tales of Fairy Tale. Smart. I don't know why I haven't been doing that before when I already have a ball in hand. So it kind of like limit my plays. So now I can fuse twice. So I pitch 2, get the Fairy Tale, Snow, and also the Once Upon a Fairy Tale. So I already have spellcasters in hand. It feels good. So I summon that out. Summon out the Weevil. And then I think I use, yep, Artemis. Pitch that, go for Cho. Where did I go for here? Oh, go for the Calamity lock. And then summon out another Match Guru. Get a Luna grab Gina, Eugenia and Match Guru to go into Teller. And this is fucking insane board. Insane. So then use Spencer again to attach. Now he can't go into Links or Fusion monsters. Wow. That's why I added the Calamity, which is a little cheap, but it is what it is. So we going against Craft, and it's like, alright, all that for nothing. I did all of that for nothing. So I see he have 3 cards in hand. And I'm thinking like, okay, cool. I can Ash one of these, because then I can negate the rest of this shit. So you use this one, and then I'm like, okay, let's completely get rid of this one. So you have 2 cards in the hand. This, like, how bad can it be? So now my board is locked up completely, and I'm like, alright, well, that kind of sucks. So I allow him to search for 3, and then he uses field spell to like pitch back, and I'm like, nah, we're gonna stop that. He goes for the Mars, and I think this is the one that flips everything face down. I use the Zoro to destroy that, and I think he used this to return 2 cards in hand, I believe. He turned 3 cards in hand, but I use all my negates pretty much, so if anything he just helped me out to clear the board just so I can like make more plays. So then he do that, and then I decide to like use that to pitch this back in hand, and I did it backwards. When you want to use the Witcat shuffle, you want to make sure you use the Witcat first and then use Luna. If not, the Luna will leave the field before it allows you to like activate the whole let me pitch this back in hand. So you have to do the Witcat first, and the Witcat will go back in hand, and then the Luna will go back in hand, and then the Witcat would quote unquote tribute summon, but it'll already be going, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I tried to get rid of the Leon because it was burning me for 900 a bunch of times, and I didn't want that to keep happening. But it ended up pitching one of his cards into the graveyard, so you don't activate that. And at this point, I'm like, okay, well, we'll just summon out we'll just destroy your whole board. So I use the Fairy Tale Snow, since that be the card I can use to summon back out later. So I might as well just use it now, and I'll just banish everything on board if need be. And I did it. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little asshole. I ain't gonna lie. So I reset the Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I mean, I don't like that deck at all, so I definitely BM something crazy. But it is what it is. And we're back, and we're going first. And this is a boo-boo hand, low key. So yeah, he used somethings. So I used Vera to at least give me some presence on board. And because this deck summons from hand a lot, it kind of feels bad. So yeah. So I go for the Zora, and then yeah, it asked me, do I want to summon from hand? I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. So this is the reason why I added the other Magistus monster to the deck, because I could have summoned that out and got another Vera Magic, but it is what it is. So this is one of the earlier replays, and I had to summon Magic Guru from hand again, but it is what it is. So then he draws because he feel like no mas, I got enough. So bro, you the one who did it first, so why would you stop me from drawing? Stop yourself from drawing. It is what it is. I guess he's seen it like it was getting out of hand, but at this point it's too late. Way too late. You should have been did it, buddy. So then I get the Tales of Fairy Tale, and then got rid of Witcat, and then I got an Omni-Negate with a oh no, I got a Weevil, and I summoned another Luna. So we got 2 pitchbacks, and then Super Poly. I should say both Super Polys. I got targets with the what you call it. So yeah, I negate that with Ball, and then I pitch that back in the hand, and he used the Fortunato again, so I use that to fuse away his card, and also the Artemis. They go to AI Was. Don't know the name of the card. He decided to take control of one of my cards, use that, and then he used Lucinia, and then I'm like, okay, well, cool. I guess this is where it ends, right? So he used Get Regina, and I'm like, alright, that kind of sucks. And then I decide to pitch that back to hand, and yeah, he decides to try to attach it. And if you don't know, with the whole equipping, if you don't have a card to equip, then you pretty much the equip card will go in the graveyard. But he had Ghost Spell, so it kind of like worked out in his favor. But then I used Once Upon a Fairy Tale to pretty much yeah, summon another Luna, and I forget, because he what do you call it? Because he took the Luna, it didn't stop the pitch back, because it doesn't negate the activation if you already activated. So it's not like you can't respond to something to negate the activation. You have to do it beforehand. So I guess that was his mistake. And you see how Weevil is like targeting all the cards that special summon? Very good card. We like that. We like that a lot. So we get the spinner, and then he used that card. He used his F note, whatever card, to try to change the levels. And yeah, we decided to like, let's just fuse that off. And he had to get out of there. I hate F note. I really don't like that deck. But I digress. And we're back, and we're going first. And I think this would be one of them plays where I just show how diverse the deck is, right? So he sparks the Endymion. I don't know if this negates it or it just banished. So I was able to summon out the Jenny, and yeah, it doesn't negate it, it just banish it. So got the Emperor, and then this kind of like, yeah, we got the Maid Endymion. So it pretty much didn't do nothing. He imperms that, and I'm like, okay, well, like I really didn't need that to resolve that much. So yeah, joke's on you, buddy. You should have saved your imperm for the Wit Cat. And sum up the Wit Cat. Pitch to yep, go ahead and go for the Magic Guru. And we turn this into Artemis. I forget why. Sum out the Guru, and then yeah, get the ball, summon our ball, and then get the Luna. Then we use the tails, get another normal summon, and then yeah, right into the wall. I still didn't normal summon that game, so yeah, he just knows that this deck has too much like versatility. And he say ban Maxi, and I had Maxi in hand. He will fucking die. And we're back, and we're going first, and this will be the last replay. So this is the other deck I wanted to try, which is Dark Lords, but I'm not really feeling it no more. I feel like it's just real gimmicky, and yeah, I'm not really interested in playing that deck. So I used Magic Guru, Verum of Magic, and then I want to see if he had Ash or something, or if he had a Maxi, because I'd rather call by the grade than Maxi, if you know I'm special summoning from the deck. And I didn't see Maxi or another full wall, so I said, okay, we'll call by the grade. Just to bait out and see if he have anything. Because even if he had Ash, I would have let it fly and just still call by the grade to Vera. the full walls. I just want to see what he had. And this is a misplay because I should have fucking put the Artemis on board before I did that. But it is what it is. And then that would allow Zoro to special summon out the monster that I use to get Artemis. And these are one of the beginner replays where I was just doing shit because I had so much advantage that it wasn't even making no fucking sense. And see, this don't make no sense at all. Why did I go to Artemis now to go to Endymion, right? So I think I was learning the deck, and it was really, really hard for me to understand the lines. But I still did something well by pretty much getting the Crowley underneath the Endymion, so I can summon it on the next turn to go to a fusion. But at the same time, mistakes were made, and I decided to opt in for a Weevil, and that's not the proper. I'd rather go for the Omni Negate, but it is what it is. And I Maxi something that draws 2, which is kind of crazy. Oh, because I didn't want him drawn to an Ash. That's why. It still stands. So he has the Forbidden Droplet, which, yeah, we already know how that's gonna work. And then I go for Endymion, and then he doesn't use the Forbidden Droplet. And I guess, yeah, he just pitched the one card that he needs, which actually helps him out. Does it? It should have helped him out. I guess not. So then we use Crowley to summon out, and then we go for a fusion. And I think we go for, and we put Wit Cat in the grave, which is smart, for 0. And then, yeah, now we have a monster in the gate. So you use Dark Contract, and now we have the Crown, which we don't play anymore. And I think I decide to get Snow on board, flip that face down, and I can actually use Wit Cat to like tribute that off to do it again. So you go for this book card. I don't know what it is, and yeah, this is dumb. I should have waited. And I get Magic Guru, and he use it to normal summon out, but it's too late at this point. So yeah, use my negates bad. First play was bad, so that shows you that, you know, the growth with the deck, and the deck is not easy to play at all. And we're back, and yeah, so I'm on a 5-game winning streak. I'm 5 wins away from making it to master rank. So this weekend is my birthday. That's why I'm making the video early, because I should have just made it when I made it to master rank. But I'm not bringing my laptop, and my replays counter is full. So I'd rather do the video now, and then we could just make another video once I make it to master 1 with this deck. But yeah, let's go to the deck list. So yeah, I feel like the deck runs very, very well going first, and it's pretty well going second, even without hand traps, which is fucking rare, right? I did lower the Luna to 2, which I'm kind of missing at 3. I might raise this back to 3, but I don't know what to drop to, what to minus, because the 40 card is pretty still tight. I know some people run a lot of, what's it called, effect veilers, but I feel like Duel is better, in my opinion. I can still use it to reveal full regulars, and yeah, so I'm gonna still run the Duels instead of running the effect veilers, just for my playstyle. And I feel like there's more cards that will stop like decks with Duel than the effect veiler. And if I want to do some plays and I have the good enough cards in my hand, I might Duel myself. So yeah, star cards is Match Guru, of course. I don't really use Gina that much, but I should. And then Regulus is, of course, 1 card fucking combo. And the Vera Magic is a very good card, especially when you're kind of like responding to something that they did, especially like Maxi or Full Loss or Ash or Imperm or anything. So you can get rid of 2 negates off of just activating something like Luna with the Vera, and now they're down 2 negates, and they got to make 1 resolve, because you can chain Luna to herself, add 1 card, and then you could chain the pitch back, and then they be like, oh, let me negate that, and then you use Vera, and they're like, oh, got to negate that too. So it's like, yeah, you could do some plays. And I think adding this card, it was very well, because I can still attach things as equip cards, so we can get the Cho out more and more. Extra deck, I think I might lower Witcat to go into Celine, because we can use that to summon back out the Zorora on our turn or whatever, or the next turn. So I think that's cool. I might go back for that, but who knows. Yeah, the extra deck is pretty still tight. This card pretty much allows us to pretty much explode the back row with either an equip card or itself, so that's good also. So I think the deck played very well. The super polys put a card on board and pretty much fuse into whatever you want, so you can get rid of a lot of cards. It's almost like the plasma for Magna Warriors. When you turn everything to Earth, you could pretty much have a lot of targets for yourself. The same thing with this, because it's like Spellcaster plus any link, fusion, synchro, XCs, and then it's like a Fairy Tale plus a Spellcaster, or you know what I mean? Like there's like targets when you have a Spellcaster on board, like Magistus and a Spellcaster. So yeah, thank you for watching the replays. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I apologize I couldn't get the goddamn Rescue Ace replays or gameplay, because the deck is just not good in this meta. They need some going first cards, not the shit that tributes itself to put a card on board that does nothing. If I put Impulse on board, I should be able to flip a card face down without another fucking rescue ace card. I need 2 rescue ace cards to do 1 minor interruption, and then we're in a fusion meta, so you can fuse with that shit face down. So you really not doing anything, and you pretty much getting rid of 3 cards in your hand just to make that happen. 2 or 3 cards, no. And that's like the highlight of interruptions with organic cards on their turn. And then when you play into the deck, it's like, if you don't have emergency, you're pretty much cooked. That's the only card that will, like, really, that's the only card that can really do anything to dodge anything on your turn. Let me see, because the rest of the cards, they don't do enough. Where's that? Yeah, there you go. So yeah, emergency, I mean, you can use these, but it don't really do too much, you know what I mean? And then you can airlifter, that shit gonna get negated like 100. And then impose, you have to normal summon this. You can't even do anything else. You can negate 1 card, but it's very slow. It's not a ignition effect. You have to actually activate it. And then Hydran, we already know how slow and slow this card is. Unless you play 60 cards, and that's not my CeeLo. And where is it? I got the Bell Star. But there's no interruptions with this shit at all. So I just feel like I could play in Diamond but not in Masters, because I get cooked. And if you want to play the legendary event, you could play full Magna Warriors. I'm been playing it now, and yeah, only thing you don't have is Nat Beast, but you really don't need it. And you can also go for, where is it, the Empyrean Magna Superconductor BattleBot. Yeah, you can actually put that on board. If you want to see a deck with, if you want to see gameplay with that, I can show that. I think I have a few replays already. But yep, this is the gameplay. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. This is my battle ID. I'm gonna keep some of the replays up there, and I'm gonna delete the rest. But thank you for all the support. With that being said, cue the outro.